This is Lawrence from Fire of Coals. Today we're going to be cooking barbecued hot wings. So to start off with, I like to put a base layer of olive oil or vegetable oil with Fire of Coals seasoning and marinate that 4 to 6 hours, regardless of any specialty sauce you like. I'll pour my marinade over the chicken, and normally I'd put that in the refrigerator or a cool space for 4 to 6 hours and let it marinate. This gives it a good base layer flavor. Part of what makes the Fire of Coals rub seasoning a good base layer is that instead of just salt, pepper, paprika like in most seasonings, you have multiple salts, multiple peppers, also thicker grains, medium grains, and really fine grain of seasoning. So you get more of a complex flavor profile. So regardless of whether you're using a traditional buffalo style or a smoky baby Ray's type style, having the base layer with the either vegetable oil or olive oil and the Fire of Coals rub seasoning marinated gives you a much more complex flavor profile. And you can use a Ziploc bag to marinate in, or a mixing bowl. Okay, so this is ready to go in the refrigerator now for 4 to 6 hours. Okay, now we've had our wings on marinade for 4 to 6 hours. Have charcoal in our smoker, and put a few sticks of wood on there to give a little more smoke, and a heat plate for so we have indirect or just smoke heat. Now if you're doing this at home, you can do this in your oven. Put your oven on about 425, well 350 to 425. We'll be smoking around 325. So I'll put these on the smoker. Alright, we'll let this smoke and kind of bake on this Fire of Coals seasoning with olive oil or vegetable oil. And then we'll be ready to put any special other sauce coating we want to put on there. Alright, so now we have our wings on the smoker, and I'm getting ready to put an additional sauce to add after our Fire of Coals sauce dries a little bit. So I'm making a Parmesan cheese with garlic with a little bit of vegetable or olive oil. So I'm putting probably between an 1/8 to a 1/4 cup of grated cheese, and I'm mixing that with about half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and I'm putting in about 1/3 cup olive oil. So that's going to be a coating for about 6 of our wings. And then for about 6, I'm just going to do a traditional, like, creamy style buffalo type sauce. And then for our last wings, I'm going to put more basically just a dry rub with more fire coal seasoning. So this will just be a dry wing. We'll just mix that with, shake a little bit of sauce on it. Okay, so now I'm going to start putting on my second layer of sauce. For these will be, these wings will be Parmesan, garlic, and olive oil mix.
Oops, start again for me. There you go.
Now we'll put a second layer of sauce on, coupled with a regular buffalo type seasoning. Stir these up, get some sauce on them. Also, for our second layer of sauce seasoning, I use a clean set of tongs. We don't want to use a set of tongs from the raw chicken. So either use a second set or wash your first set. right, now that we've seasoned our wings with a base layer of fire cold seasoning and vegetable or olive oil, let that dry and cook for about 15 minutes. Then we put our second layer on of choice, let that dry and cook for 10 to 12 minutes. Now we're going to check and make sure they temp out to at least about 165 degrees. So we're already temping to about 172, so we're good. Now ready to take them off. And we have our smoked rings with fire cold seasoning with vegetable oil or olive oil as a base layer. And we've let that dry. And we have some with Parmesan cheese and garlic. We have some with traditional buffalo and some with dry rub with just more fire cold seasoning. Thanks and enjoy.